Hello, Professor Warren Barr here, broadcasting to you from my home. I'm head of department of Liverpool Law School, and it gives me great delight to welcome you to this virtual open day. I am virtually in the School of Law and Social Justice building. Behind me is our atrium, and on this side, our coffee shop, but I'm currently in my home office broadcasting to you. I'm going to talk very gently about an introduction to law, and then you can access the other materials available from my colleagues on this website to give you an informed choice before you have one of the virtual open days with us and can actually engage in some conversation. So let me just, my technical knowledge is up to it, share my screen with you because I have a few slides I'd like to talk through. There we go. So obviously I've already introduced myself. I'm the head of department of Liverpool Law School. Why would you want to study law? Obviously you're interested in law, you wouldn't be attending a law virtual open day. But and you may be studying law at A level, but if you're not, why study law? And even if you are studying at A level, why continue it at university? You may think that's a strange question for a head of a university law school to ask, but actually I ask it of virtually everyone. I've been in this job 23 plus years. And I've never found someone who enjoyed every aspect of their law degree. And for that, I'm extremely glad. If I ever do find that person, I will be very, very worried. I'll tell them to go and seek professional help because they'll be a danger to themselves and to others. But seriously, the nature of a law degree, as you'll see, is so wide ranging and there are so many core subjects that you have to do that it's impossible to like them all. Sometimes things are technical, difficult, and just a teeny weeny bit boring, and you have to slog your way through them. But happily, they are, if you like, the minor parts of a law degree. There's enough of it to really engage you as a student for it to be a worthwhile pursuit. So at Liverpool, you will study legal rules and how they impact in society. You know, law is about everything we do. The fact where we go, how we conduct ourselves. Law regulates so much. And you can get a sense of that from some of the materials we've provided on our virtual open day site, such as our law and review for 2018-19, which details what our staff and student community have been up to in the last year. You'll see there's a lot of things you may not have ever thought of that fell within the purview of law. Likewise, there's some links to things like a research unit I'm part of, Charity Law and Policy Unit, and about the impact of how law and charities are impacted by everyday things. The link is there to the impact of our current COVID-19 crisis on the charitable sector. So it's a really, really important and exciting subject to do. Obviously at Liverpool, I will give you a strong academic training far beyond simple knowledge. Knowledge went out with the introduction of Google. We can now all be knowledgeable with a smartphone. So we need to give you many more skills. You'll be creative thinkers, resilient, you will be confident, you'll have legal technical skills, you'll be able to argue, you'll be able to construct arguments and find solutions to novel problems that haven't happened yet. That's what the skills of a lawyer are. And that's why law is a degree not just useful if you want to enter the legal profession, which a lot of our students do, but go on to a broad variety of other careers. And my colleague, Dr. David Horton, will talk about the structure of the law degree at Liverpool in more detail on one of these sets of materials. You'll also find some links to some video material, which give you a sense of the scope of what law covers. Some of those you might find a little bit intimidating if you start trying to listen to them all, but we've tried to select a selection of materials to give you a sense of what law at Liverpool is like, so you can dip in and get a feeling of what it would like to be a student here. We have engaged in wide-ranging content. We use a variety of teaching methods, and our response to the current COVID-19 crisis, which sees us doing a lot of this from home, it has enriched our teaching, and we will learn from that and make our teaching even better by using more online support in addition to our wonderful face-to-face interactions with you in our offering going forward. And we recognise that you are committing to a university career, and under our current government funding regime, that's a commitment of a huge amount of money each year. So we put employability at the very core of all we do, and you'll see that my colleagues have, including Dr. John Tribe, have recorded a little piece on employability at Liverpool Law School, which details the sorts of things we do to support you in your career aspirations. And we're delighted that we have one of the highest graduate employment levels of any law school in the country. So what about our department itself? Well, obviously we have some award-winning staff, and I mean award-winning teaching staff and also award-winning research staff, and they're engaged in innovative forms of teaching. It's key that if you come here, you'll be taught by subject experts at the absolute leading edge of the research fields. That's one of the benefits of coming to a Russell Group research institution. We also have a law clinic and employability opportunities galore. We use our law clinic not just in terms of modules, but as you'll see when Dr. Horton talks about it, it gives a variety of different outlets for you to become involved as a student, including running the clinic, which we can learn incredible business and client skills, but also in some really important and impactful projects that have become themselves award-winning. Our clinic is seen as one of the best in the country for offering free legal advice and really helping people with our bank of solicitors. It's a real legal practice that embedded. I'm struggling, but I'm so excited about it. Embedded in our curriculum and embedded in our offering to all students. And we are the Liverpool Law School, but we're based in the School of Law and Social Justice, and that's not pretend wording. That's part of our ethos. So long as our sister department, Sociology, Social Policy, and Criminology, we are on a shared research mission to improve the social justice of everyone. And that's our focus. That's common to all the people who teach here, and also infuses our curriculum, as Dr. David Horton will make clear. And we offer the highest levels of student support. We recognise the demands in this day and age and the mental health needs of students, and we do our best to make sure that you're appropriately challenged, but also appropriately supported to meet that challenge through a variety of methods. Again, Dr. Horton will go into that in a little more detail. So I'm going to end just by talking about the city, because obviously one of the attractions of Liverpool is its city-based campus. And Liverpool, the city, is a huge and enjoyable student city. We're one of 3 universities in the city, 4 if you count Edge Hill, which sits just outside the environs, but we're the biggest and the oldest. And Liverpool itself, if you haven't been here, is an amazing city. It's a diverse, energetic and commercially prosperous port city. This is our award-winning UNESCO waterfront that you can see in this rather grainy picture. It's also a city that embraces culture and sport. We have a world-class football team, and we have Evertonians, I'm joking. We have world-class football and things like the Grand National. We also have excellent facilities, world-class arenas, which attract the best acts in pop and popular culture. We have cultural events, art galleries, museums, you name it, it's here in Liverpool. So it's a great place to be a student. And of course, the city exists essentially for students, and that will be true even after our current public health crisis. They will be desperate for our students to come back and bring life and enrichment to the city. And it's also a city with a proud legal heritage and with a very exciting legal sector and a lot of Liverpool firsts. So the picture in the middle is the Liverpool Family Court, which is a district court that holds only family matters. It is absolutely key. It's been so successful as a pilot in Liverpool. It's going to other cities across the UK. We also have a commercial court, and then we have one of the busiest crime courts in the UK, and we have a very, very proud legal heritage in terms of our graduates. Lord Nicholas of Birkenhead, recently deceased, was a graduate of ours. Rose Hebron, you can see in the wig, one of the first female lawyers to advance in her career, was a University of Liverpool graduate. And we are, hence from my picture behind us, we moved in January 2020, so only for a few basic months during the public health crisis, into our new £25 million home, the School of Law and Social Justice, developed just for us, and those are some snaps of it in this slide. It includes excellent student facilities. You can see breakout rooms, fully Wi-Fi accessible, a lovely atrium into which you can sit, and a coffee shop with an independent coffee roaster, Crosby Coffee, giving it facilities. So there's a brilliant place to be. We don't tend to do a lot of teaching in that room. Teaching happens centrally across the university, but it's where we offer all our support. All academic staff offices are in this building. The law clinic is in this building. Our support services are in this building, and our event space where we have a lot of talks. And we hope by the time you start with us, we'll be back to a very normal world in the sense of not having lots of COVID social distancing measures. But even if we do, we will still have an on-campus offering and still do the things that make us a rich and enjoyable law school to be at. So that's all I wanted to say by way of introduction. I hope you enjoy your virtual open day, and I really hope I do see some of you at applicant discovery days in the near future, and that you start with us in from September 2021. autumn 2021, I should say, at the Liverpool Law School. Please look at our website, follow us on Twitter at LiveUniSLSJ, and also on LinkedIn. You'll find us as the School of Law and Social Justice. Thank you very, very much, and I hope you enjoy your virtual open day and any discussions with colleagues, staff, and students. And that's it. Thank you.